schools are facing a situation where there's been a real revolution in consumer technology. And I guess they have two choices. They can either cope with it and react to it, or they can really exploit it. And they can really begin to try to see how this technology can make a real difference to learning and to teaching, leadership, management, administration. And I think we're trying to engage with schools in a real partnering way to understand how best technology can shape the learning outcomes for their pupils and their staff. I suppose we'd say we were translators between the sort of technology world that the children are embedded in and how it works inside a classroom.
So for me, what's really new and exciting about the show at Bett this year is that Capita's jointly presenting its children's services software, SIMS, which everyone knows. This is really about raising awareness that Capita Managed IT Solutions has a broader offer to help support schools achieve its outcomes. And we do that by acting as a partner to listen and understand based on a school improvement plan, and then translate that into a set of IT priorities and measure that. And importantly, the measurement's key, that every year we can absolutely demonstrate how those priorities are being achieved through the use of technology.
We try to be there from end to end in the sense that we need to understand what the school wants to achieve in educational outcome terms and let that drive the technology, not the other way around. So we're not into just shipping technology into a school irrespective of whether it's going to be used or not used. So there's an engagement piece to understand what the school wants to achieve, where it wants to be. There's also the technical piece which understands where they are now. Very important. It's very difficult to plot a journey if you don't know where you're starting from in terms of technology and the way it's used. We'll then advise the school. We'll offer consultancy and challenge around that, because we see great stuff going on in schools all over the country and in Northern Ireland, so we can actually help shape the school's expectations. And then it's all about the technical side of it, the implementation, the project management, training, embedding, and then support.
There's an emerging common theme this year about embedding the use of technology in the classroom. This show is full of great examples of technology. Our job is to act as the translation service to help maximise that technology in the classroom, or to help schools achieve better working practices, or perhaps do things differently in a way that brings efficiencies to a school.
None of us 10 years ago could have had a real concept of how quickly the move to mobility, cloud services, handheld devices, and multi-point touch and gesture has been a game changer. So I think what we try to do is we try to enable the school so that actually whatever happens, the school can connect to it. And often that's about getting the right connectivity to the school, it's about getting the right kind of local area network, the right kind of wireless, the right kind of training and support, because then anything that gets hung off the end of it is largely irrelevant to a degree. So I think the trends we're seeing, without any question of doubt, a move towards more mobility, more cloud. The whole world of apps is going to change the nature of the way schools engage with software. If you think about traditional model would have been licenses for software that sat on servers in the school. The future is about apps which are delivered to a handheld device, most of which are not even purchased, but they're rented or in a pay-as-you-use model. And I guess that's the one thing which is going to change the picture for schools going forward. So we need to understand those trends, and we need to understand how to help schools exploit them, not to simply cope with them. If you think about it, it's the largest educational technology show in the world, and the footfall here is enormous in terms of people coming to see, and I think again that's where the translator role comes in. Teachers who are coming here will see a whole range of technology, some of which may actually be disconnected from their classroom practice.
The Capita stand is ideally positioned next to the entrance, so we're seeing an enormous footfall of people wanting to come and talk to Capita and really understand that breadth of offer that Capita brings. It's great to be on the stand and share it with colleagues from our SIMS team, and the Managed IT Solutions offer is really to extend Capita's capability and reach to support schools achieve their outcomes.